welcome back to Rewind and Learn, your 5-minute GCSE RE revision boost, where we take the biggest questions and break them down into something manageable. Today's topic is one of the toughest questions religions face. Where does evil come from? If God's all-powerful and all-loving, why do evil and suffering exist at all? In this episode, we'll explore Catholic teaching, St Augustine's ideas, and other Christian and non-Christian perspectives. So let's rewind and learn. Now, Catholic teaching begins by identifying two different types of evil. We have natural evil, suffering caused by natural processes, not by human actions. For example, earthquakes, floods, droughts. Now, these events are not the result of human choice, but they still cause real suffering. And then we have moral evil, and this is caused by human free will. Examples could be murder, war, theft, dishonesty. And Catholics believe God gave humans free will as a gift, and this allows genuine love and moral goodness, but also the possibility of choosing to do wrong. Without free will, humans would be programmed, not morally responsible. Now, Catholic teaching explains the origin of evil through original sin. The story of Adam and Eve in Genesis 3 symbolically describes disobedience, turning away from God, and a breakdown in relationships with God, with others, and with creation. The Catholic Church teaches that this is metaphorical, not literal history. An original sin does not mean humans are born evil. Instead, it explains why humans have a tendency to sin, find it easier to choose selfishness, and live in a world that feels out of balance. Catholics believe original sin affects all of humanity, and its effects are removed through baptism, which restores the relationship with God. Now, St Augustine is one of our most important thinkers on the origins of evil. He wrote something called his Enchiridion, his handbook, and in it he said God created the world good and perfect. Evil's not a thing that God created, but evil is the privation, the absence of good. In the same way, he explained that evil is what happens when goodness is missing. Humans misuse their free will, leading to moral evil, and natural evil exists as a consequence of a world damaged by human sin. He said, "For what is that which we call evil, but the absence of good?" He also states that God can bring a good out of suffering, and evil and suffering might make us stronger people. We appreciate the good more when we compare it with the evil. But why does God allow this evil? Well, Catholics argue that God allows evil for important reasons. Free will, love must be freely chosen. Moral growth, suffering can lead to compassion and appreciation of good. People recognise goodness more clearly when evil exists. And St Augustine argued that people often don't notice goodness until it's lost. Catholics believe God can bring good out of evil, even if suffering itself is not good. And there are other Christian views on evil. Fundamentalist Christian views interpret Genesis literally, believing Adam and Eve's disobedience directly caused all suffering. Humanity is born sinful, and evil is punishment for disobedience. And a Jewish view on evil, well, Judaism rejects the idea of original sin, believing that humans are born morally neutral, but everyone has free will. Good and evil impulses exist in all people, Yetzirah tov good and Yetzirah ra evil, and we are responsible for our actions. But Judaism does emphasise repentance, teshuvah, and ethical living. So let's bring everything together. Catholic teaching on the origins of evil shows that evil can be natural or moral. God created the world good. Evil comes from free will, not from God. Original sin explains humanity's tendency to sin. St Augustine describes evil as an absence of good, and other religions might explain evil differently, but all stress moral responsibility. Now, the topic's difficult, but it goes right to the heart of how Christians understand good, evil, suffering, and ultimately human responsibility. And that's the origin of evil, fully explained and completely exam ready.